What's up, everybody? So if you follow me on Instagram, B_the_story, then you would be getting updates live while I'm making these trades, because I post it on my story and tell you what I'm trading, when my entry is, where my exit is, what my plan is. But then I do a full recap here on YouTube. So either way, if you follow me, great, I appreciate that, and you'll get the full recap here. If you're not following me, definitely follow me, because then you'll at least see me trade it throughout the process. EST is the stock that I traded today. Today is Friday the 15th of June, and this was on my watch list the day before that I posted it, and I always post that every time that I'm available to trade. I'll post it the next day so that way people can look at it for guidance. But it was on my watch list. I was looking for a dip buy on this, and that's what I got. This actually is a stock that I missed this day, and I posted out on Instagram as well saying, man, I was so pissed. I missed it because it had good news, and I wish I would have been watching it right around here. Actually, I was watching it. It's just I didn't buy it because I didn't know there was news behind it. And it's an earnings winner, so that's fundamentally changes the company, and it's spiking on this news, so it's obviously good news, right? I don't care if you won money, lost money. I don't care what the earnings said. I just cared about the reaction to the news, because that's what matters. People buying it, what they believe is what matters. So that being said, I missed this huge run of 547, and I missed it again today, and I'll explain that in a minute. But I actually bought this on this dip here, and let me explain why. I bought it because there's some support right here in the 465 level. You see right here, twice, three times the charm that spiked. This, and also look at this, former resistance is now support. That's a support zone. I wanted to buy it if we got a dip near that level, and we did get that dip. And here's how I played it. I didn't buy it right off the bat, and I'll show you and explain why. Let's zoom in here to just the morning. So pre-market, I thought about buying it right here in the 470s, but pre-market is never really solid, especially when there's low volume. I don't want to take a trade, and if I was going to take a trade, it'd probably have been like quarter size, so that way I could be very, very picky and add later. But I didn't place the trade, and I'm happy about that. I wanted to be patient. I wanted to wait until it got closer to a dip near the 460s and show me that it was going to hold. That's important for me because this is not a perfect play, at least a perfect play considered to what I like to trade. But at the same time, it is a good setup. And so when I saw it open and spike right up to 490s after touching 465, I thought I missed it. And I was okay with that. And then it came all the way back down and came in the 450s. Now when it was coming back down here, I thought about buying some in the 460s, but at the same time, I saw the price action on the level 2, and sometimes level 2 just doesn't look as strong. A lot of bidders on the bid side, usually that would show some kind of support. There was really none. It was just eating it away. Because of that, I did not buy it. And let me show you what bidder is level 2. So here's level 2. Here's the bid side. Here's the ask. Usually, if there's going to be some kind of support, sometimes, not all the time, there would be, let's say the support 535. You'll see 535 stacking, just tons of them. You wouldn't see 534 or 453. You'll just see 35 all the way with big size right here. I did not see that when this was dipping here in the 460s. So because of that, I wanted to see where it was going to go. And I did look back at the chart, and you can see there's support all right here in the 460s, support here in the 440s, 450s. So I didn't know exactly where it was going to hold. But lo and behold, it held right here in the 460s, and that's clear support all right here. So that being said, when I saw it dip to 457 and spike back up to 480, I was semi-interested. I wasn't ready to buy. I was looking for some kind of solid indication that maybe we're shifting, and that was right here. Whenever we dipped to 460 and held and spiked back up to 470, and then we held a higher low at 465, I was trying to buy right here at 470, 473. But as you know, I work full-time, trade part-time, and so I'm also training people because I am in a sales management role. And that being said, because of that, I missed this trade. Someone asked me a question, and I actually pulled the trigger right here in the 480s. 483 is where I got actually my execution. I sold some right. I tried to sell some right at 501, but I could not sell it. It was just too slow. I was too slow. and because I'm trading on a laptop when I'm at work, and it's just like, so I don't have a mouse, so I'm like, you know, if you trade with the laptop, you'll know. And then it came back down. I thought I missed it, but I stuck to my plan because when I entered, my risk at the time was a 460. So I thought, you know, if it breaks 460, I'm sorry, 465. If it broke 465, I'm out. I don't care, because at this point, we would be topping out up here again and then failing, and it would be holding red in my point of view. So this had to hold, and if it didn't, I was out. So when it dipped here, yeah, I was kind of disappointed because now I'm break even, and if anything, I could have lost some money, but I gotta remember my plan. And my plan going in initially was 470, so there would have been a good gain right at the bat, making 30 cents a share on some of my shares, a quarter size. But I didn't get the execution, I didn't get the right price that I wanted, but I still wanted to stick with my initial plan. So once we got the dip here, and then we held that dip, I was very excited, because when we spiked back up, I actually sold, I believe, a quarter size right here at 498, because I saw a wall of sellers in 5, which is the same thing in level 2, which is the opposite. Instead of support, a floor, I saw a ceiling of resistance. And right here would be stack at $5. Tons of ask on the ask side, just asking to be taken out. But no one was taking it out. So I took some off and I held remaining of my shares. And then on this portion right here, when it spiked back up, I still saw resistance. So I sold another quarter, leaving me with only a quarter left, I believe. Yeah, I think a quarter left. And then it spiked through, and I sold some more right here at 510, 511, and then when it came back down, I held the remaining I think a fifth of my shares, so really nothing. At that time, I was risking this 480s. I'm sorry, I was risking the 490s, and the only reason I did that is because, let me get back here, is because it actually held this level from 940 to 1020. Well, that's about 40 minutes, almost an hour. My initial risk was right here, so I would have never been taken out. I moved it for a couple of reasons. Number one is because I didn't think, you know, I thought it should hold 5, and it's red. This is red all right here, and if it's red on the day and it's holding red after this kind of a spike, to me that shows me that it's not going to go green. And I was proven wrong in this case, but I played it safe, especially after it had trouble here, you know, actually spiking, failed. Spiked again, had trouble here at 5. Even though it was grinding up, when it finally broke through, it barely broke through and couldn't go green, because green was 519, which is just, you know, 5 cents below. Came back down below 5, which had tons of resistance, so that showed me, okay, maybe this is not going to go green. So I moved my risk level on the remaining portion of my shares at 490, which is fine because I'm in at 480, so I'm making still some profit on the remaining portion. And then it broke down, I made some profit, took it off, and didn't care about it for the rest of the day. And you can see here the rest of the day it held above 480 and actually spiked up to 540. So, you know, yeah, it would have been nice to hold, but I wouldn't have been comfortable because the indicators are showing me that it's holding red. It held red all day. I mean, until right here, which is the last hour and a half of the day. I mean, that's gambling in my point of view. So I didn't hold it, and I'm comfortable with that, and that's my play. Hopefully you see the picture here. I'm going to show you the big picture. First green day. Don't normally like to play that, but it had good news, and it built some support here. This is a 5-minute chart now. It built some support here, right here in the 460s, and you can see it clear. Look at this resistance. Here's resistance here, and now resistance is being support, and resistance is being support. And you'll see a clear line. If you look at my chart here, where the line crosses, you'll see where the floor becomes or the ceiling becomes a floor, and vice versa. And then it spikes. So you don't always know if it's going to hold, but you got to have a plan, and you buy on that dip. And most people are scared to buy when it's going down, but that's usually the best time to buy because you get a better price. And then it comes back up. Usually if you're wrong, at the end of the day, you're buying close to that level where you can cut it real quick and take a small loss. And that's what's about, managing your losses and maximizing your profit. So overall, it's a good week. I've reviewed my trades, even the one I missed, which was this one yesterday. But even though you miss it, there's always another opportunity. And the opportunity came back. And yeah, it wasn't as good as this first opportunity, but it still was an opportunity that I was able to capitalize on, and that's because I was patient. And you know, not buying it on this first dip here is fine. And if I would have bought it, let's say I bought it at 460s and it spiked straight up to 490, oh well, great, I'm already making 30 cents a share. I can sell half and or even a quarter, and then when it breaks down, maybe I cover, right? Maybe I sell it and take a small loss on the remaining shares, but more than likely it would have been a break-even trade. And then you still watch it, and you could still buy it again right here in this 460 levels when it recovers, and then you make a profit. So it's all about managing it. So it's okay if I would have traded it right here on this first dip, because I would have bought if I was here. I was actually at a meeting, an unscheduled meeting at the open, which thank God I didn't buy it because I'd have been freaking out. But an unscheduled meeting, and I didn't get back till this time, so that's why I didn't buy it as well. But an unscheduled meeting came in, and I missed this, and I would have bought it. I mean, I know I would have bought it in the 460s, maybe right here 470. I probably would have sold half or a quarter right here, you know, in the 480s, 490s, or I might have missed it. And if I would have missed it, what, I would have lost 5 cents a share, but in the end I would have gained, what, 30, 40 cents a share. So you got to see the risk reward. You got to play it safe, and you got to stick to your rules. So I hope this helps you guys. Hit the thumbs up if you like this. Comment below. And remember, comment something that's been helping you grow, because it can help someone else who reads it. And hit the thumbs up, because that helps me out. And don't forget to check Instagram and give me feedback. I love communicating with you guys because I'm all about helping. So you guys take care.